Hello, my lovely dreamers. Hello to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Christina, and I'm always so happy to see you. Thank you very much for clicking my video. Well, you have voted for this type of video, so here I am with my collection of tingly souvenirs, but don't expect to see some sort of fridge magnet collection. When I say souvenirs, I mean, that's how I call them, I mean to show to you some of the things that I've, let's say, gathered along the years, that I've kept to remind me of happy moments in my life, of important moments in my life. Some of these objects are gifts from dear persons that are in my life now, or dear persons that are somewhere in the sky on a star watching over me. I call them souvenirs because life is a journey, a beautiful journey, metaphorically speaking. It's a double type of journey, a journey outside, into the outside world, experiencing new things, emotions, and this journey outside makes us experience an inner journey into ourselves, a journey that changes us, makes us more, makes us wiser, let's say, and along the way I've collected things that make them relieve certain experiences or emotions. I will try to insert some pics in this video, so welcome to the journey of my life. This is a type of blah 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 ASMR, but I also use some triggers. I will use the objects that I'm going to show to you as triggers and make them produce nice sounds for you. And I also think that objects carry energy and vibrations, and that they are really able to make you live a moment lost in time. But before we get started, I just want to mention some dear persons in the ASMR community, some dear friends and ASMR creators that have helped me along the way voice of a person is really, really important. And then there are the vibes. There is a certain type of energy that I'm looking for, and that type of personality that makes me feel connected to a certain person at an energetical level, if you want to feel the same vibes. So, two of these wonderful ladies that I absolutely adore are Jeannie B ASMR, Jeannie B ASMR, and Ria Moon ASMR, Ria Moon ASMR. Jeannie B is that type of classy lady, always kind, sending such and succeeding to send to you such beautiful vibes and a sense of calmness and peace. She makes this world more beautiful than it is. And then there is Ria Moon. I have been following both since they first started, and I thank YouTube for presenting them to me. Ria Moon is just the same type of person. She always succeeds to send such positive vibes, such good type of energy that I go and watch one of her videos every time I feel down. And then there are two friends that I absolutely love, and we have been helping each other, encouraging each other along the ASMR journey. And we have Miss Whispers ASMR, that wonderful British accent, impeccable British accent. And we have Anne ASMR, who is such a tender-hearted person, so kind and gentle. I absolutely love both of them. And I have recently met another wonderful person, another wonderful ASMR creator named Brittany ASMR. Brittany ASMR. Jeannie B, thanks to Jeannie B, I've got to know her, and I've been absolutely obsessed with her videos. I've been haunting her channel. Her voice is so sweet. She sends the right vibes, and I love her. So thank you again to all these wonderful ASMR artists and friends. I will link them below if you want to check them up and share some love, because ASMR is about love and empathy and kindness, and about making this world a better place. Now let's go to my personal journey I don't know from where to start. I have a lot of objects here. I think I'll just take them randomly, but somehow organized. Start with jewelry, and there is a story behind each object, and I will try to tell you a little bit about each of them. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. I will start with this rose. You can see it is a dried rose. And I keep it in this vase. This rose is more than 10 years old, and I will tell you the story of this rose to see why I've kept it for so long. When I first met my husband, one of our first let's say date was in Venice, so he took me to visit Venice. That's why Venice will always be the city of my heart, and I was so in love, and I still am, but it was a very difficult moment in my life also, because my father was very sick back then, and I really needed something to hope for, to distract me a little bit from the tragedy I was experiencing. So I was so in love. I was in Piazza San Marco, and there was a seller carrying roses, very expensive roses. A rose in Piazza San Marco is about 7-8 euros one. And my husband, my future husband, my husband to be back then, bought a rose for me, and carpe diem, I lived that moment so intensely that it remained forever there in my soul and in my mind, and I've kept the rose. I will insert some picture from back then. Then I have my wedding bouquet. These roses were white roses, but again they're so dusty and they make beautiful sounds. That day, my wedding day, was the happiest day of my life up to that moment. I was so happy, and I've kept this as a memory, and they're so dusty. I'm afraid to remove the dust because they will probably break. I want to show you my wedding dress. I will insert some pics. It has some lace. It's very simple, but I think it's really elegant. always keep it because it reminds me of that wonderful day when I was so happy over the moon. We didn't have a big wedding because my father had just passed away, and it wasn't the moment for a big party, you know, for a big ceremony, but we had a small ceremony with some friends, and I swear that I felt that my father was there. My father used to work in this city hall, town hall, and when we got married, I swear that I felt his presence there with us, and it was really a really special moment. About my father, I have these earrings. These are in real gold, and I stopped wearing them because I'm afraid I might lose them. I might lose one of them. These are made from the gold that was in my father's wedding ring. My father had to have his wedding ring removed because it was too tight, and he couldn't remove it, and he went to a jewelry shop and they cut it off from his finger, and he used, I still have tears running, sorry, and he used the gold in his wedding ring to order these earrings, this pair of earrings, and this was my 16 years old birthday present from him, and I have kept this as a dear memory. They're just hoops, simple hoops, but I have always loved hoop earrings. They just close like so. They're handmade in a jewelry workshop, I think. They're crafted by a jewelry maker. From my father, I have this pendant as a sign of good luck. See? It's clover. Another person that I felt I had a very person that I really loved was my godmother, and before passing away she wanted me to have some of her jewelry, pieces of jewelry, and I have these silver earrings from her. I really believe that objects keep the energy of the person that wore them, so I am happy to have a little bit of her energy. She was such a kind person, such a classy, wonderful lady. And this is another pair. She really loved me, and I loved her also. I don't know if I can make you see. These are in real silver. I rarely wear them because, again, I'm afraid that I might lose one of them. A ring that has absolutely no value. I think I've paid 2 or 3 euros for this, but I bought this in Istanbul, Turkey, and I kept this as a real souvenir from a real journey. Istanbul is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, according to my opinion. So, and I really enjoyed visiting the city, and I just bought this from a market. It's partially handmade, and it was from a jewelry maker's stall in a market. And whatever you buy from a market in Turkey, you need to negotiate. They like negotiating, and you get to buy the product cheaper. Okay, I'm not good at negotiating, so probably I paid more than I should have. As a gift from my mother. It used to be her necklace, but after my father's death she refused wearing any pieces of jewelry apart from her wedding ring. She had a really bad period after his death, and she gave this to me. And then I have some gifts from my particularly expensive, but they're important to me because it's a sign of love. This is a simple bracelet in golden gold, in real gold, that I received for one of my birthdays. He always succeeds to surprise me with wonderful gifts and flowers. Box. Let's do a little bit of gentle tapping. I know that I don't tap in my videos. It's not one of my favorite rings. My wedding ring. It's just a simple gold band that is beautiful in itself because it symbolizes infinity. You know, that circle that never ends, the symbol of endless love. And then this is the ring that I always wear, that I have also received as a birthday present. is my grandfather's watch. It's a very old Russian watch. It's called Slava, and I think it is still working. You have to wind it like so, and it will start ticking. See. Look, it started working. I asked this from my mother. I asked for it because I just want to have something from my grandfather. I had the most wonderful parents. My mother is still here with us. My father is up in the sky on a star. And I had the most wonderful grandparents, and they are there on the same star watching over me. I have been planning for a while to make a video called The Persons in My Life, and I realized that a lot of them are there up in the sky. But you know that love is the most powerful energy in the universe, and love is more powerful than death, and my love for them and their love for me will never die. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this to you. I don't think so. But this is my father's hunting knife. Don't imagine that my father went hunting. He didn't like that. He loved animals too much, but he loved having objects like this one, and he really loved this knife, and I keep this in his memory. Let's go to pugs. I am a pug mama. I don't have children. I have a pug that is really special, and her name is Luna. And I really believe that animals, pets, come into our lives with a mission. And definitely Luna has a mission on this earth. Since we adopted Luna, we have been collecting lots of pug-related cute objects, and this is one of them. It's a cute pug. So we have a pug ring that is adjustable, and a lot of other I have watches and calendars, a lot of pug scarf, a lot of these are just two of the pug-related things in our collection. Of the perfumes, like Proust said in his novel, he was talking about Madeleine cookie, but it is true that flavors and perfume scents are able to take you back in time and make you relive certain moments. And there are two perfumes that I regularly buy because they make me happy. My husband first gifted me these angels years ago for Christmas, and there is a certain way of feeling Christmas when you're happy, when you are in love, when you are optimistic and you see only the full half of the glass, you know. And he gave me this, among other gifts. He gave me a bottle of this perfume, and you know that magic of Christmas, opening gifts. And I opened this. It was so nice. It has such a nice festive package, and I had heard about it, but I hadn't tried up to that point. Everything is beautiful about this perfume, even the package. And see, it's beautiful. And since that Christmas, I have regularly buy this because it makes me happy. Oh my god, it smells wonderful. Look at this magic bottle. Look how beautiful it is, and it smells like happiness to me. It will always smell like Christmas, like almost in love Christmas feeling, just over the moon. I love it, and I've shown this to you before. But another perfume that makes me super happy is this Narciso Rodriguez. For her, this, I think this describes myself. This perfume talks about myself and the way I am as a person. It's just like my personal signature, and I always have this. It makes me feel like myself. It makes me feel good in my skin. I love it. Every time that I'm feeling down, I just go and spray a little bit of this perfume, and I'm happy again. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll take you farther back in time and show you one of my dearest books from my bookcase. So this is the history of the Romanian literature by George Călinescu. Look how beautiful this book is to be. It's a huge book, and it is of course about the history of the Romanian literature from the beginning up to the modern period. Why is this book so special to me, so heavy? I have always loved books. I am a book lover, and I attended and I studied literature in high school, both in high school and university. And this book for a person who studies literature is like the Saint Graal. And there was a period when some books were forbidden forbidden. I mean, when I talk about Romania. And this book was quite expensive back then. It was really, really difficult to find books. And the person who edited this book sold everything he owned and invested all his money in publishing the book. So it is a very special edition. And my mother also loved literature. I had the privilege to be born in a house full of books. And my father also, so they loved reading and collecting good books. And when she was in high school, she also wanted this book, but she couldn't afford it, and it was difficult to find, and it was also very expensive. And when this history of literature was published back then, years ago, when I was in high school, I was about 15, 16, I think, when this book was published. It was a special edition, and there weren't too many of them, because that person couldn't publish too many issues. So we my parents started looking for the book, for it in different bookshops. And I remember that we had some sort of journey going from town to town, from city to city around our town in order to find that book. And we finally found it in a small town. It was one book, it was the only book in that small town bookshop. And I was so excited. My mother started crying when she bought that, and I'm so grateful for my parents for doing this for me, so going from town to town to find that book for me, to find this book and buy the book for me. And I have been using it because I studied literature even in a university, so it's not it still looks good, but this cover is pretty damaged. Now here's the author. Here's the author. And this part was silver. It's silver glitter still remain. Okay, so this is one of the dearest books in my life that I still that I absolutely love, and I know the poems by heart. Is this book of poems by Omar Khayyam, the Persian poet. And you see, I've underlined words, I've written my thoughts. One of my favorite poetry books ever. It's pretty damaged, but I love Omar Khayyam. I know that this is going to be a very long video. just a few things to show to you. As a teacher along the years, at the end of a school year, we receive small gifts that are not valuable materially speaking, but from a spiritual point of view, these gifts make you feel that you've done something for your students. And from a school of 400 students, if from all those students 10 or even 1 learned something from me, it means that I left something behind me. And I'll show you some of these little gifts. Sometimes a student wants to personally offer you something as a sign of appreciation, or they offer a gift in the name of the whole group of students. So one example is this. So this is a type of book. So it says, "To our teacher with love," and there is a picture of the class, and there are different nice appreciative words. Thank you for, what kindness mean, why we love teachers, a good teacher is, values in life. So this is one example of such gift. Another one is not a book, but a beautiful quote like so, and it says, what do you really own? You own, it's so strange, but you own only the things that you've given to the others. Thank you. Big thank you to our teacher, to all our teachers. I love keeping these in my bookcase on a bookshelf. This is Saint Mary with Jesus as a child, from one of my students whose father was a priest and still is a priest. I love this. Okay, thank you very much for being here with me today. I've shared a little bit of myself with you today. If you enjoyed my soft-spoken story of my journey, please don't forget to drop a like, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And also, if you have questions for the 3K celebration video, feel free to ask me anything you want in the comments below.